Hey, it's your best friend Peepee. I used to play a lot of a game called Universes back in the day, and then they just stopped making it one day, so I stopped playing and stopped making vids. But supposedly it's coming back, so I guess I have to dig myself out of my grave now and start making vids again. Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna start by talking about the elephant in the room, the aesthetic redesign of the cards. Right from the start, looking at these, you can tell somebody got sacked. Some graphic designer somewhere is now long been sacked. But I gotta say, I think the new person is probably more talented. Now I know what you're thinking. These new symbols are garbo. That's the elephant in the room of the elephant in the room. Yeah, my gut reaction is on their face, these symbols are pretty garbo compared to the old ones. But it seems like they changed to these new, more subdued, more minimalist symbols just because they take up a lot less real estate on the actual card, so that the character can be more at the forefront of where your attention goes when you first look at the card. So, like for example, let's look at an old card. Let's look at Overhaul. The first thing you'll notice when looking at this card is there's no focal point. The whole card is just full on, fully saturated colors. And then let's go back to Best Genist. Best Genist in his own art is now the focal point of the card instead of like the whole card being the focal point. So at least you should give the new graphic designer credit that they have a vision. They know what they're trying to do, and they did a much better job working on the background because, like in general, the backgrounds of my hero cards. Yeah, Overhaul. Look, they used one of the colors from his color palette, like blew out the saturation and just put it everywhere in the background. It's wrong. Kirishima 3, same deal, same deal. Where does the character start in the background begin? I don't know. As it happens, if you took a class about illustration, they would tell you that your background isn't supposed to be like the same color and saturation as your character. As it happens, I know that's crazy. I know that's crazy for the old graphic designer to hear that for the first time. Oh, Tamaki, that's an ugly one too. There's so many ugly ones. Just looking through these. Oh, Mimic. I can't even tell what the background is. Oh God. All for One. Now we're just doing Windows Media Player visualizer, audio visualizer. Oh God, Spinner. This is the worst. It is literally just Spinner's colors, the same saturation and color as him, just like in the background. Everyone is the worst. These are all the worst. Oh my God, these cards have existed for this long without someone ripping them. Well, it's better late than never. I'm glad I could come and do my duty. Okay, back to the new stuff. So I'm never gonna get used to these symbols ever. But at least I understand why that they look like they do now. They also did a little purple outline on all of the bigger stuff on the card, so that it just blends more in your peripheral vision, so you can admire the card more. It's pretty good. Same as Endeavor. Look at it. It's a nice, chill, complementary color with less saturation as the background. It's great. Dabby, that's more of a close-up, so the rules are a bit different, but it still looks good. Hawks. He's swimming in ginger ale, the same color as he is, so it's terrible. But you get one freebie. You get one freebie, New Jasco. Okay, let's look at attacks. First thing about attacks. Well, there's two things, but first thing, I am not going to look at this super bright orange color when I'm reading the text box all the time. That is way too bright and too much work on the eyes to look at that every single time I'm reading an attack card. Here, look at these attacks of old. Yeah, do that. Just do that. Just add a lighter backdrop box for the text. Easy, easy fix. Actually, this next one's actually more serious. The keywords are on the end of the card, not the start of it. I can't think of a single reason why you would want keywords to be at the bottom of the card instead of on the top of it. Every card game I can think of, the keyword goes first before in the text box. Magic the Gathering, Dragon Ball Z card game, Dragon Ball Super card game, Card Fight Vanguard. What's a card game where they put the keywords at the end of it so I can make fun of you for playing it? You know how many misplays are going to happen because for the over a decade people are used to seeing keywords on the top of the card, and now they're on the bottom. People are going to like glance at these and not see the keywords and misplay because of it. It's going to be awful. Okay, what about foundations? Okay, foundations are just the same as attacks, but it's not like bright orange for the text box, so it's fine. Yeah, I got nothing wrong with I mean, I like the old rock. I like rock for the difficulty. It's K though. It's K. Yeah, that's fine. That's just fine. Assets and actions. Yep, pretty standard. Pretty boring, but not bad. So it's fine. In closing, the cards are fine. It's okay. I know none of us are ever gonna get used to these jank ass symbols, but it's probably fine. And the orange color on these attacks, way too much. Way needs to be toned down for at least the text box around the text. And most important, do not make keywords come after the text in the card. Please! Oh my god! It's so bad. Oh no, it's so bad.